federal ICE agents are now at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. Today, agents were sent to airports across the country to help with TSA staffing shortages amid the partial government shutdown.
So we saw longer than usual lines this morning at the airport there at Sky Harbor. Fox 10's Steve Nielsen is there this afternoon with the latest.
Yeah, well, I'll start with the information everyone wants to know, especially if you're flying out of Sky Harbor today. We are at Terminal 4, Checkpoint A, and the wait is listed by Sky Harbor as about 8 minutes right now. As you zoom in, you will see there's almost no lines whatsoever right now. People just zooming on through. You know, at an airport like this, it can really ebb and flow on these lines much longer this morning. And what we saw just about 20 minutes ago, 3 ICE agents were working here alongside TSA. I don't know if there's a shift break right now or if they're just in a different part of the airport, but they again left just about 20 minutes ago. And from our vantage point, we only saw them directing traffic or maybe helping someone lift a bag. We haven't personally seen those ICE agents operating any of the security machines or doing any of that level of security here helping TSA. But again, the lines earlier, about 30 plus minutes. That was the longest we spotted over the weekend as well. Nothing that we have seen compared to other major airports throughout the country with these hours-long waits. The plan to bring in ICE agents came from the White House to help these TSA agents at security as workers continue to not get paid because of the partial government shutdown. Now, Democrats, they want reforms at DHS and ICE before funding the department. Local Democratic leaders like Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego saying bringing in ICE to work security is bringing in amateurs and creates a risk at airports that Americans should not tolerate. Republicans pushing back, though. Congressman Paul Gosar saying simply, Dems, do your job, fund the government. The TSA confirming today that on Sunday morning, 20% of TSA workers at Sky Harbor called out. 20%. Fox 10 spoke with a TSA employee at Sky Harbor who said what they needed are paychecks, not ICE officers.
Bringing in ICE into a crowded airport with passengers already stressed because of their travels, because of potential wait times, could turn into a powder keg. An agency with a budget larger than the U.S. Marine Corps running around not trained for what we're trained to do, how to deal with the traveling public. It's just not a good thought.
And the TSA confirmed that about 400 TSA employees nationally have quit since this partial government shutdown began. I asked them how many at Sky Harbor. They didn't have an answer for that. I also asked how many ICE agents would be at Sky Harbor, what job functions they'd be performing. They wouldn't reveal that to me as well. Coming up at 4 and 5 o'clock tonight, we're going to stay here at the airport. We're talking with people, getting their reactions. As you can imagine, a lot of strong opinions on both sides of this issue. Reporting live at Sky Harbor, Steve Nielsen, Fox 10 News.